with him, and that's what he said. Sure. Well, I was drinking coffee in my car and listening to his radio station. How's that? Are we ready?
There we go. Yeah, la 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 la. Yeah, la 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 la. Yeah, la 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 yeah, la la la. Yeah, la 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 la.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom.
Whether you are here with us in the sanctuary or are watching us virtually, we are so glad that you're here with us to celebrate Shabbat. And Rabbi Nico is away for the weekend with our children. We have a Shabbaton for our children up in the mountains, and they're scoping it out for us because in mid-March we will have a congregational Shabbaton in the same place. So we hope the snow will stay for us to be able to throw snowballs for Shabbat, but we're looking forward to that. So it's my honor to be leading services tonight with Cantor Shannon McGrady-Bain and Michael and Crystalline. And we hope you will join us in all that we do tonight. This is not a concert. This is a community of worshipers. So we will start by settling into our seats. You can sit back, take a deep breath, hold it for a moment, and let it go. It's just like we hold on to the tension and all of the parts of our week that bring our levels up. Shabbat is a time when we can relax and reflect and take in that extra soul, that neshama yitzera, that allows us to celebrate a palace in time, as Rabbi Abraham Joshua Heschel would say. So we begin our Shabbat celebration with light, and we light our Shabbat candles on page 120. And we'd like to invite Elaine Asa to do that mitzvah for us. Amen.
Amen.
We now turn to page 129, Ki Eshmera Shabbat, When I keep Shabbat, God watches over me. It is a sign forever between God and me.
Ki yeshmera Shabbat el yishmereni. Ki yeshmera Shabbat el yishmereni. Oti leomead beno veini. Oti leomead beno veini. Yeshmera Shabbat el yishmereni. Ki yeshmera Shabbat el yishmereni. Oti leomead beno veini. Oti leomead beno veini.
We now turn to page 130, Lechu Niranana, welcoming Shabbat. Come, let us sing joyously to Adonai.
Lechu niranena l'Adonai, naria letzuri sheinu nekadem afanav betoda. Bismirot naria lo, ki el gadol Adonai, umelech gadol al kol Elohim.
So just a little side note, you may hear some melodies tonight that are new to you, maybe not quite familiar. This is known as Shabbat Shira. Today this Shabbat is called the Shabbat of song or music, and that has to do with the fact that we sing the Song of the Sea as part of our Torah portion. So we welcome these new melodies and take some time to breathe them in and enjoy them as Cantor Shannon introduces them to us. So let's turn to page 132 for Or Zarua, Sing to Adonai.
Or Zarua la tzadik l'yishrei lesimcha. Or Zarua la tzadik l'yishrei lesimcha. Or Zarua la tzadik l'yishrei lesimcha. L'yishrei lesimcha. Or Zarua la tzadik l'yishrei lesimcha. L'yishrei lesimcha. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la.
And we now welcome Shabbat with song, Zamru Ladonai, page 134.
Zamru l'Adonai bechinor, bechinor v'kol zimra, b'chatzotzrot v'kol shofar. Hariu lifnei hamelech Adonai. Ira v'yamu lo, tevet v'yosheva. Neharot shimcha uchav yachad, arim ההרים. ירום הים ומלואו, תבל ויושביו. נהרות שמך וכף יחד, הרים ירדנו.
We continue with Lecha Dodi, page 138, 139, welcoming Shabbat as if she were a bride. We sing the first, the second, the fifth, the sixth, and the ninth verses. And when we get to the ninth verse, we will stand and face the door as if to welcome the Shabbat bride.
La 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 Lecha Dodi, la 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 לקראת כלה, la 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 פני שבת, פני שבת נקבל, la 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 Lecha Dodi, la 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 לקראת כלה, la 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 פני שבת, פני שבת נקבלה. שמור וזכור בריבור אחד, כי השמיענו אל המיוחד, אדוני אחד ושמו אחד, לשם ותפארת ולתחילה. יאללה לה, יאללה לה 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 Lecha Dodi, יאללה לה 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 לקראת כלה, יאללה לה 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 פני שבת, פני שבת נקבלה. לקראת שבת לכו ונלכה, כי מקור הברכה, מראש מקדם משוכה, סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה. יאללה לה, יאללה לה 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 Lecha Dodi, יאללה לה 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 לקראת כלה, יאללה לה 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 פני שבת, פני שבת נקבלה. התעוררי, התעוררי, כי באורך קומי אורי, אורי אורי, שיר דברי, כבוד אדוני עלייך נגלה. יאללה לה, יאללה לה 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 Lecha Dodi, יאללה לה 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 לקראת כלה, יאללה לה 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 פני שבת, פני שבת נקבלה. לא תבושי ולא תקלמי, מה תשתחי ומה תהמי, בך יחסו עניי עמי, ונבנתה עיר העתילה. יאללה לה, יאללה לה 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 Lecha Dodi, יאללה לה 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 לקראת כלה, בואי ושלום, עטרת בעלה, גם בשמחה ובצהרה, תוך אמוני עם סגולה.
While we are standing, let's put our sidurim down for a moment and take a moment to welcome each other. Feel free to walk around the room and wish each other, introduce yourselves to each other, and say Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
And we'll continue the conversation during our Oneg Shabbat after services. For now, let's turn to page 140 and sing one more psalm welcoming Shabbat. Mizmor Shir L'Yom HaShabbat, a psalm, a song for the Sabbath day.
מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון. להגיד בבוקר חסדך, ואמונתך בלילות, עלי עשור ועלי בבל, עלי היום בחינות. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון. כי שימחתני אדוני בפועלך, במעשה ידיך רנן. או גדלו מעשיך אדוני, מאוד עמקו מחשבותיך. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך
As we separate our introductory Kabbalat Shabbat prayers and songs from the main portion of our worship service, we do the Chatzi Kaddish on page 144.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה,
Amen.
בעלמא דברה חירותי וימליך מלכותי, בחייכון וביומכון, ולחיי דכל בית ישראל, בעגלה בעגלה, ובזמן קריב, ואמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מבורך, לעולם ולעולמי עלמיה, יתברך. יתברך וישתבח, ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא, ויתהדר ויתעלה, ויתהלל שמי דקודשה בריחו, לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, דאמירן בעלמא, ואמרו Amen.
We rise for the Barechu, page 146.
Lai 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 המבורך ברוך אדוני המבורך המבורך לעולם ועד המבורך המבורך לעולם ועד.
You may be seated. We read together at the bottom of page 148 the translation to the Ma'ariv Aravim, acknowledging the difference between day and night and all that is in nature. Blessed are you, Adonai our God, ruler of the universe, who speaks the evening into being, skillfully opens the gates, thoughtfully alters the time and changes the seasons, and arranges the stars in their heavenly courses according to plan. You are creator of day and night, rolling light away from darkness and darkness from light, transforming day into night and distinguishing one from the other. Adonai Tsevaot is your name. Ever-living God, may you reign continually over us into eternity. Blessed are you, Adonai, who brings on evening. Baruch atah Adonai, Hama'ariv Aravim. Now we take a moment to think about all that is loved in our lives, those whom we love and those who love us, and ultimately acknowledge that God loves us as well. Ahavat Olam, page 150.
אהבת עולם בית ישראל עמך אהבת תורה ומצוות חוקים ומשפטים אותנו לימדת על כן אדוני אלוהינו בשוכבנו ובקומנו נשיח בחוקיך ונשמח בדברי תורתך ובמצוותיך לעולם ועד כי כן חיינו ואורך ימינו ובהם נגע יומם ולילה ועבדתך אל תסיר ממנו לעולמים ברוך אתה אדוני אוהב עמו ישראל.
Amen. The Shema calls us to remember God's oneness and the holy connections that bind us all together. As we approach the Shema, I invite you now to close your eyes and focus on your breath, taking nice, deep, easy breaths in and out. And once more in and out.
Open up our eyes, teach us how to live, fill our hearts with joy and all the love you have to give. Gather us in peace as you lead us to your name, and we will know that you are one. We will know that you are one. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. 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 Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad.
Through the prayers that we did before the Shema, including the Aravim talking about physical nature, and then the Torah, we have experienced God reaching out God's hand to us. In our next prayer, the V'ahavta, which is an extension of the Shema, we have an opportunity to lift out our hands towards God in how we observe the mitzvot and show our love for God. So we join together on page 154 with Ve'ahavta.
Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha u'v'chol nafshecha u'v'chol me'odecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'eleh asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shivtecha b'veitecha u'lechtecha v'derech u'v'shochbecha u'v'kumecha u'kshartam le'ot al yadecha v'hayu letotafot bein einecha u'chtavtam al mezuzot beitecha u'visharecha למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אדוני אלוהיכם אמת.
We continue on page 156 silently.
אמת ואמונה כל זאת וקיים עלינו. משה ומרים ובני ישראל לכנו שירה בשמחה רבה ואמרו כולם.
As I mentioned earlier, this is a special Shabbat, Shabbat Shira, and it is named so because we read the oldest song in history, the Song of the Sea. And tomorrow morning you will be able to see from the actual Torah how the Song of the Sea is laid out in almost a visual of the sea itself. And so that, of course, celebrates the successful crossing from slavery to freedom of our ancestors. And we talk about it all the time. We remember the Exodus from Egypt every time we do Kiddush, every time we sit at our Seder tables, and every time, of course, we watch The Prince of Egypt. So Shannon is going to do a wonderful version of the Micha Mocha, one that I learned at preschool, actually.
Really?
With a wonderful children's musician and educator, Ellen Allard, who is a very engaging entertainer and teacher.
They write wonderful music for the little guys. But this is not just for the little guys.
Are you going to do it with the hand motions and all of that?
But this one's with them. I don't know.
You don't know them.
Oh
my gosh.
I don't know them. You're going to have to teach me.
All right, I will do it.
But this song is very repetitive, and so I think that very quickly you're going to find where you can join in, even if you've never heard this before. This is called Standing at the Sea. Standing at the sea, Micha Mocha, standing at the sea, Micha Mocha, standing at the sea, Micha Mocha, freedom's on our way. Singing and dancing, Micha Mocha, singing and dancing, Micha Mocha, singing and dancing, Micha Mocha, freedom's on our way. Here's the chorus. Freedom, 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 freedom's on our way. They're coming up behind, Micha Mocha, they're coming up behind, Mi chamocha, they're coming up behind. Mi chamocha, freedom's on our way. Bound no more, mi chamocha, bound no more. Mi chamocha, bound no more. Mi chamocha, freedom's on our way.
Chorus.
The sea she parts, mi chamocha, the sea she parts. Mi chamocha, the sea she parts. Mi chamocha, freedom's on our way. Walking through the water, mi chamocha.
You can do it in your seats if you want.
Walking through the water, mi chamocha. Walking through the water, mi chamocha. Freedom's on our way. Now the chorus. Freedom, 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 freedom's on our way. On the other side, mi chamocha. On the other side, mi chamocha. On the other side, mi chamocha. Freedom's on our way. One God, mi chamocha. One God, mi chamocha. One God, mi chamocha. Freedom's on our way. Standing at the sea, mi chamocha. Standing at the sea, mi chamocha. Standing at the sea, mi chamocha. Freedom's on our way. Singing and dancing, mi chamocha. Singing and dancing, mi chamocha.
Need my timbrel.
Singing and dancing, mi chamocha. Freedom's on our way. Last time. Freedom, 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 freedom's on our way.
Woo, good for you.
Thanks, Miriam.
Sure. I'm an Ellen Allard fan. What can I say?
Oh, so am I.
Yeah. And since I didn't, now I need to look on with you, unless you have that extra one.
It's right there. Yes.
Okay. So, are you going to do that?
Oh, yes, yes.
Let's finish the mi chamocha.
Yes, yes. ונאמר כפר אדוני את יעקב, וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו, ברוך אתה אדוני, גאל ישראל.
And you can imagine as the children of Israel crossed that sea, they were on the other side facing this large desert, 650,000 children of Israel, not knowing what was in front of them. All they knew was what was behind them, and a slight bit of fear when night came, not knowing if it was going to be safe or not. And so we follow the mi chamocha with Hashkiveinu, a prayer asking God to keep us safe throughout the night. Page 160, or is it on page 88?
Page 88. Oh, wait, what?
Is that right?
That can't be right.
It's page 160.
I don't know what I did. Sorry.
That's fine. Page 160.
Give me a D. Hashkiveinu avinu leshalom v'hamidenu malkeinu lechaim tovim uleshalom uferos aleinu zukat shomecha uferos aleinu ושמור צאתנו ובואנו לחיים ולשלום מעתה ועד עולם, ופרוס עלינו סוכת שלומך, ברוך אתה אדוני הפורס סוכת שלום עלינו ועל כל עמו ישראל ועל ירושלים.
We turn to page 162 for Vishamru, letting us know that it is our duty to keep and guard Shabbat throughout the generations.
ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם, ברית עולם, ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל, אותי עדי לעולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל, אותי עדי לעולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, וביום השביעי שבת, שבת ויהי נפש. ביני ובין בני ישראל, אותי לעולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל, אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם, ברית עולם, ברית עולם.
Thank you for choosing that melody. That melody was written by Debbie Friedman, who's, I don't know if you know, but this Shabbat Shira, is her Hebrew Yortzeit 8 years ago. And you're doing a lot of her music tonight,
Yes,
so thank you
yes.
for that. We continue with the tefillah, the big prayer, starting on page 164. We don't usually talk too much about it, but on the second blessing that we do, the one that starts with Atah Gibor, during the winter we add the words Mashiv Haruach Umorid Hagashem, asking God to make the wind blow and the rain to fall. And during the summer months, when we know that it's not possible to have a lot of that, we ask for something a little less intrusive. So we ask for dew to drop, Morid Hatal. So this week our prayers were definitely answered. So maybe for the week ahead, we might want to be a little more subtle with our prayers, although it certainly has been beautiful to watch from the inside, and it's been helpful to our world to have the rain falling. So we start with God, asking God to open our mouths so that we may pray on page 164, and then we will continue silently with the rest of the Amidah.
Adonai sefatai tiftach ufi yagid tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Ose shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu. Ose shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu. Ose shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu. Hu ya'aseh shalom, ya'aseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Hu ya'aseh shalom, ya'aseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Ose shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu. Ose shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu. Ose shalom Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam.
We conclude our words of the tefillah by asking God for refuah shlema, a complete and speedy recovery for those in need, whether suffering from physical illness, mental illness, addiction, homelessness, and all kinds of other maladies. So if there's somebody whose name you would like to mention tonight in our prayers, we'll go around the room, and please feel free to bring them into our sanctuary with your words.
Colleen Blankenship.
Carly Maurice, Marie Van Ralt. We join together on page 371 with the Mishaberach.
Mishaberach avoteinu mekor habracha limotenu, may the source of strength who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Mishaberach imotenu mekor habracha lamotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of spirit, the renewal of body, and let us say Amen.
We wish all of them a refuah shlema, a complete and speedy recovery. Amen. Last year, we had a series of speakers for our Being Human series. And one of those speakers was Rabbi Ed Feinstein from Valley Beth Shalom in Encino. And Eddie is one of those people, one of those teachers whom I follow. And you can go into Valley Beth Shalom's website and read any one of hundreds of sermons and lessons and articles that he has delivered. And when I was looking for something to share tonight, I went to Valley Beth Shalom's website and I read his Dvar Torah for this Shabbat from years past and decided that it would be apropos to share that with you. So these are his words, not mine. The most exciting story in the Torah is surely the crossing of the Red Sea. We remember the story from countless Seder table tellings. The Israelites, newly freed from slavery, camped at the shores of the sea when suddenly the sounds of Pharaoh's approaching chariots filled the air. Realizing they were trapped, the ex-slaves cried bitterly to Moses, "Were there too few graves in Egypt that you brought us here to die?" Moses prays for deliverance and is told, "Tell the Israelites to go forward, and you lift up the rod and hold out your arm over the sea and split it." The rod is lifted, the sea splits, and the Israelites cross in safety. Then they behold the final act of Exodus drama. The sea comes crashing down upon Pharaoh and his armies. As they once drown Israelite children in the Nile, now the Israelites are drowned in the Red Sea. The Israelites raised their voices in song. They had been slaves. Their parents, grandparents, and great-grandparents had been slaves. And for all they could know, their children and great-grandchildren would be slaves as well. And suddenly, overnight, freedom and the promised return to the land of their fathers. That's how the Torah tells the story. But when the rabbis of the Talmud tell it, they add an element. Typical of Midrash, between the lines, they insert a vignette. The people cry out and Moses prays, and God commands. But when Moses lifted his rod, nothing happened. He tries again, carefully rehearsing God's words to himself, and again, nothing. Panic swells up within him, and he tries again and again. But the sea does not move. As the beads of perspiration rise on his forehead, the people renew their screams of terror, but Moses is powerless. Suddenly, out of the crowd comes one man, identified by the Midrash as one Nachshon ben Aminadav, a prince of the tribe of Judah. To the astonishment of the people gathered on the shores of the sea, Nachshon jumps into the water. "Are you crazy? What are you doing?" shout his family. He knew exactly what he was doing. He understood, as no one else did, not even Moses, why the sea would not split. He understood that all of redemption to this point had been enacted by God. God had sent Moses to Pharaoh, and God had sent the plagues that shattered the arrogance of Pharaoh, and God had brought his people to the shores of the sea, everything accomplished by God. But now God waited to see if one of the Israelites would take into his own hands the task of redeeming his people. God waited to see if any one of the Israelites would be willing to risk himself to bring freedom to his family and his people. Nachshon knew this, and so he jumps in and wades out until the waters reach his waist. His family's screams fade as his people stand in silence, watching in wonder. He wades out and the water reaches higher. Finally, the water covers his nostrils, and at that point, with Nachshon's life in peril, the sea opened and the Israelites crossed in safety. This story is not found in the Torah. It was inserted by the rabbis. As much as they loved the Torah's Exodus story, something was missing. Missing was the human role in the process of redemption. The rabbis believed that God can only create the conditions for the redemption of the world. If redemption is to come, someone must jump into the water. Someone visionary and brave must be willing to put life on the line and jump into the waters of history to bring us out of slavery. The waters are cold and dangerous, and the currents are strong. But only when one of us is willing to jump in will redemption be ours. In every generation, there are Nachshons willing to jump into the water. Sometimes the water splits, and sometimes it doesn't. But these are the heroes whose faith redeems us from slavery and hopelessness. And so as we think on this Shabbat about what we can do to bring about redemption for our world, there are projects and mitzvot that are there waiting for us to participate in. Susan is smiling because she's part of our social justice committee and our Tikkun Olam committee. And you may have read in the tidbits over the last month that we're looking to help those who suffer from homelessness. We need donations. We are teaming with several different organizations, and I hope that you will bring before the end of the month the items that are listed on this flyer that are out by where you picked up your program booklet tonight. things that we can very easily do to help. If each of us does 1 or 2 mitzvot, imagine how much better the world would be. Ken Yehi Ratzon, may it be God's will. Our service continues with the Aleinu on page 586. Please rise.
Aleinu leshabeach la'adon hakol, לתת גדולה ליוצאת בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
You may be seated. We now remember those whose lives have ended on earth, those who have died in recent days, and those whose anniversaries we are remembering tonight. If you are in the first 7 days of mourning, please rise. Share with us the name of your beloved. If you are in the first 30 days of mourning, please rise. If you are in the first year of mourning, please rise. Share. Okay. So if you're observing a yort site this evening, you can join Lila and rise. Share with us the name.
My sister, Jennifer Fogarty.
If there's anyone else whose name you would like to mention or whose name needs correcting from the list, please let us know. You may choose to join our mourners by rising, or you may stay seated, whatever is your custom. We join our mourners with the Kaddish on page 598. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah, B'alma divrach hirutei v'yamlich malchutei, B'chayechon uvyomechon, U'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, Ba'agala uvizman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shmei rabbah mevorach le'olam u'almei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yithadar v'yit'aleh v'yit'halal shmei dekudesha Barechu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shalom rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru amen. May their lives bring blessing to all we do, and may their memories be forever a blessing. Amen.
Amen.
You may be seated. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
I actually forgot to mention a name on the Mishaberach list, and we wish a refuah shlema to our own Gabby Newman, who is recovering from having her appendix out this week. She needed a little excitement in her life, so thought she would try something different. A once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, right?
Thank goodness only once.
Thank goodness. So a couple of things coming up on our calendar to remind you about. Next Shabbat, if you're planning to come to service this Saturday morning, come early. Our sanctuary will be full as we celebrate the B'nai Mitzvah of 9 of our adults, one of whom is here tonight, Tony, the lone man in the class. He will be carrying the Torah because we're using the heavy one, the big one, yes. So we invite you to join us to celebrate this very unique event. Tomorrow, actually, some veteran students from the 2012 class will be chanting Torah. So we'll be transferring Torah from one generation to the next. And so that's very exciting. And then on the 26th also, so the adult B'nai Mitzvah is in the morning during our regular Shabbat service, and then come back at 5 o'clock because we will be welcoming Dr. Mark Dollinger, who is the Orange County 2019 Scholar in Residence. And he will be sharing words about Israel and politics from both sides of the aisle. It's not a political thing, but it's about Jewish history. And it's on the cover of this month's scroll. Take a look at it, and please join us. There is no charge for it, but this lecture is underwritten by your donations to the Rabbi Asa the Memorial Education Fund. So we hope you will join us. And you should have received your invitation in the mail for our gala that's coming up in 5 weeks, I believe. So please join me to celebrate. And there was a very well-written article in this month's J-Life magazine, page 30. So thank you to Ann Kalin and Stella Burkett for putting that together. And I'll tell you one little story about the power of the word, as Mark knows the power of the word as he is a writer. I had a call this week from somebody who I thought I didn't know. Erica said, I'm going to transfer a message to you that was on voicemail. I said, oh, is it one of those calls? She said, no, this one you're going to want to hear. So we get some very interesting calls sometimes. So she transferred this call to me, and it was a British accent. Man says, hi, I saw the article in J-Life magazine, and I know a Van Ralt family from England. We were very close friends back then, and we also lived in the valley with them. It turns out it was my in-laws' best friends, and they had lost touch over the years, and he now lives in Laguna Woods, and they have reconnected.
Wow.
And their son and my ex-husband were very close friends as well. So they've all reconnected, which is really wonderful for all of them. And it's all because of that article. So
Lovely.
It's very lovely. I'm very happy about that. But anyway, so the next month is going to be exciting. We have our community Shabbaton coming up in March 15th to 17th, up in the mountains. So that should be a lot of fun. It's cabins, it's not tent camping, so because Miriam wouldn't be going if it was tents. So we conclude our service tonight with, and it's nice to have you playing guitar. That is very different. Nice. So we're going to, you're doing another Debbie Friedman melody.
Another one, yes.
This is the Prayer for the Road, Traveler's Prayer. Tefilat HaDerech. And if it is your custom to stand up and join arms, please do so.
On page 345. May we be blessed as we go on our way. May we be guided in peace. May we with health and joy. May this be our blessing. Amen. 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 May this be our blessing. Amen. May we be sheltered by the wings of peace. May we be kept in safety and in love. May grace and compassion find their way to every soul. May this be our blessing. Amen. 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 May this be our blessing. Amen. 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 May this be our blessing. Amen.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat
Please
Shalom.
join us for Kiddush and Motzi. If you're interested in juice instead of wine, we have to say a separate blessing because we ran out of grape juice. So we have apple juice, which is a separate blessing. More appropriate for Tu B'Shvat, which is on Monday. So we have wine.
Yes, please.
Winter white, but it's apple. It's apple, so we will say a separate blessing. Okay, ready. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho be'ahava uvratzon chilanu zikaron lema'aseh v'reshit ki hu yom techila lemikra kodesh zecher letziat Mitzrayim kivanu v'charta v'otanu hidashta mikol ha'amim v'shabbat kodecha be'ahava uvratzon Hinchaltanu Baruch atah Adonai Mekadesh HaShabbat. L'chaim. Oh, wait a minute. If you have apple juice, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri ha'etz. Good wine. Voila.
We really do two hours? Probably we take one and split it up.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz b'tei avon. Enjoy.
Grab one, rip it.
Rip it, rip it. Rip it, rip it. Is that for frog bread?
What? ashamed to rip up two of them.
Okay.
Well, I got a call from Sandy tonight.